What's going on, people? What's up? What's up? I'm back. All right. Well, that was a game. That was quite a game. And Chelsea, once again, continue to not win games. Love it. Love it. Room's a mess. Started later than I meant to. I only got an hour, guys, and then I gotta head over to another stream. Because, you know, your boy's trying to get out there. But big up. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to your match review for Chelsea 2, Bournemouth 2. And an interesting game. Definitely. Wait. Backtrack it. Big up to Lewis. Big up. Thank you so much for the raid, my friend. Thank you. Appreciate it. Welcome everyone from Carefree Lewis's raid. Come on in, smash up the like on your way in. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Be sure to check out the memberships. Links in the description. And always much love for our brother Lewis, who, listen, one of the few Chelsea fans out there that don't piss me off, because he actually knows how to think with his head and understands that this team is better than what we've been seeing lately, and understands the issue is much bigger than Maresca. It's at the board level, it's at the ownership level, and we're kind of in this weird limbo right now with this team. Yeah, it's a weird one. What's up, Scott?
Hello.
I do want to start off today's show, by the way, people, by just apologizing for the fact that there was no review and there was no warning about no review for Aston Villa. Plans changed on me last minute, and so I wasn't able to get in there. So he said we're gonna finish second. Marshall, you still think that? I mean, probably not, but you know, anything is possible. It was only halfway through the season, but you know, you got your laugh there if you wanted my honest take. So yeah, take a chuckle. But yeah, big up to the Raiders. Everyone that came in from Lewis's raid, come on in, smash up the like, subscribe. Let's talk football. Let's talk Chelsea, and let's see what's gonna happen with this review. Like I said, I only got about an hour, so I got into 11 UK time, and then I got to bounce. But let's just make this one quick, and let's talk Chelsea, and let's talk about today's game. So, a pretty rotated lineup, I would say. Well, not pretty rotated. It's mostly our starters, but there were some few changes. Finally get to see ESTEVAO and Cole Palmer play together, start together, I should say. So big on both of them. I think ESTEVAO had a brilliant performance. We'll talk more on him in today's show and today's review. Also, hey, big up Ahmed. Ahmed was at the game. Ahmed, if you come here before 11 UK time, we can get your take on it. But yeah, big up. Hopefully you enjoyed the match. Your jinx didn't work, by the way. We still didn't win, but I don't think it's far-fetched to say Chelsea were the better team. However, the clinicality was not there. Very much similar to Aston Villa, I would say, in a sense. I don't think I'm out of my mind to say that, Scott. I think you'd agree. We were the better team, but just we're not clinical on the day. And yeah, I mean, there was some positives to take out of today. A lot of frustrations about today's match. Delap, probably his best game at a Chelsea kit. I mean, he didn't score or get an assist, but he was more involved in the build-up. He was definitely holding up play a lot better than I've seen him all season. Moises Caicedo starts off the game on what's questionably a yellow. I mean, if he didn't get the yellow then, he would have gotten the yellow eventually, I'm sure, because it's just Moises Caicedo. It's the nature of the DM position. And he won't be available for Man City. Acheampong got a start at right back, which I was surprised considering how, neglected he's been all season. Gusto at left back, considering Cucurella is currently out with a slight injury, I believe. And yeah, we see Cole Palmer in the 10 again, ESTEVAO on the right wing, and the game starts off with us already on the back foot. And yeah, not good. Obviously, just shocking defending. I don't know what it is about set piece defending, specifically throw-ins, that Chelsea just, for whatever reason, the defense just, its brain just shuts off, and we just don't know how to, defend a light lob or some sort. Hopefully I can fix this echo in a second. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, it was a weird way to concede, a very stupid way to concede, to be honest. And yeah, Chelsea sees itself now 1-0 behind. Then it didn't take long for Chelsea to actually get back into the game, and thankfully it comes as a result of ESTEVAO doing brilliantly to get into the box, giving their fullbacks just hell, whether it be on the left wing or the right wing. Both fullbacks, Jimenez, and I think the other one was, it wasn't Brooks. I forget who the other one was. They were just both absolutely struggling. I think the other one was Truffert. Yeah, Truffert and Jimenez could not keep ESTEVAO quiet all game. And ESTEVAO wins a penalty because Semenyo ends up getting a foot. Also, fuck you, ESPN UK. Fuck you. Okay? That ESPN UK coming out with tweets saying that, oh, the Gordon shoulder check wasn't given, but this one was. First of all, completely different type of contact. And secondly, you know how this game works. You know how this game works. You know how the refereeing in this country works. And the referees went on VAR. They checked both. They said that Gordon was enough shoulder-to-shoulder contact to not be a foul, versus the Semenyo one where there was absolutely no shoulder contact. It was just feet. And I've seen that given so many times. So it's not even comparable. So fuck you, ESPN UK. You can tweet that home. So yeah, we get the penalty. First penalty for Palmer in God knows how long. I'm actually slightly worried because it's been so long that Palmer's had a penalty that I'm worried he might actually miss it. But I'm a fool to believe that. Just like I'm a fool to believe Chelsea are going to finish it second. But I'm a fool to believe that Palmer wasn't going to finish it, because that's what he does. What does he do? He does finish it. Petrovic almost gets to it, but Palmer hits it with enough power that just bypasses him. So we're 1-1. And then it also didn't take long with enough pressure for Enzo Fernandez to also get involved in the game. I would say Enzo was probably a tale of two halves. A good second half, but not nearly as good of a good first half. Sorry, but not nearly as good of a second half for sure. But he gets a goal. Garnacho, who was horrendous all game. We have a winger who cannot beat his man once. I don't think Garnacho actually won a single dribble today. I'll be so real with you guys. Yet ESTEVAO, who is a right winger, goes on the left and ends up actually beating Troyford like it's nothing. Or no, Jimenez like it was nothing. So yeah, that goes to show just how shocking Garnacho's been. But he lays off a pass. Enzo does a nice little dummy to throw out the defender, gives himself enough space, and just slots it top right bin. And it's a brilliant goal, in my opinion. 2-1, Chelsea are up. And again, it doesn't take long for Chelsea to just make another mistake. And I should mention this on the first mistake, right? Poor on the defending from Fofana and Chalobah for not being able to get ahead on that or clear it. And I'll admit this as well. Sanchez probably should have done better. I know it's a reaction save, but you can react to it, but the follow-up you can control. And I do think Sanchez probably should have done better to parry the ball upwards and not back out to the player, Brooks, who ends up scoring. But for the second goal, I'm not blaming Sanchez for this. Trevor Chalobah. That might as well have been an own goal, because for you to head it that way and then flick it back to the far post, that's what Bournemouth wanted to happen. And that's exactly what happened. And unfortunately, Kluivert was there to put it away, and it's 2-2. And again, we lose this game from idiotic moments. Enzo Maresca sets us up for a win. We end up scoring. We end up leading the game. And then we capitulate from silly, stupid errors. Now, second half, we make changes. Garnacho comes off. Acheampong comes off. Not really sure why Acheampong came off, I'll be honest. But I'm not going to complain. Reece James is the one that comes in. Neto is the one that comes in. And we put the pressure on massively. Massively put the pressure on Bournemouth. And we're just creating, and we're just not getting through. We're not getting through. None of the shots are going straight at the goal. Everything is being blocked. Very, very frustrating. And again, it's annoying because we need a win. We needed another win. December has been absolutely poor for us, which sucks because we just came from a great November. Great results in November. Really, really shit results in December. And I'm hoping that Chelsea, please, January is an opportunity to bounce back and get the season back on track. And what I mean by that is just get me top 4 and let's see what happens with the competitions. But right now, not good enough from Chelsea. We don't really make anything happen in the second half. ESTEVAO, like I said, looks brilliant. He looks like the one up to snuff. He looks like the one willing to make something happen, but everyone is not clinical, including Enzo Fernandez, who also had a shot similar to his first goal. Skies it, having more time on that than the first goal. But I'll say this. People were booing when Palmer came off. I understand why Palmer came off. I'm not upset about it. He's not fully match fit. Or I should say match sharp, I should say. He is playing through that groin injury still. It hasn't fully recovered. Maresca came out and said that a long time ago, but people want to forget. So save him for Man City. He is that type of game changer. He wasn't doing much this game anyway. He was marked out of the game for the most part. But he wasn't doing much in the game. And yeah, it's a frustrating match. I predicted it would have been a draw. It ends up being a draw. Scott, is the echo still there, by the way?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'll try to fix it. I freaking cleaned out a lot of my RAM, and so everything is reset. So I'm just fixing up all this shit, guys, but bear with me. But yeah, Scott, talk to me about the match, man. What happened? What'd you think? Where are you at with this whole situation? Obviously, we haven't spoken since Villa, so if you want to crash it on me on Enzo, feel free to. But go ahead, man.
Enzo sucks. Just more drop points.
What's the issue today? Was the issue the setup or was the issue the players?
Players, but help himself. The players again, just not. Yeah, I think. Oh, there we go. Echo seems to have fixed itself. The players just let him down. Oh no, it's still there. It's gone again.
Now you're good now.
The players are just not good enough. Too many players just not stepping up. Like it's the same story that we keep hearing. Garnacho sucks. Enzo's not good enough. Gusto's not good enough. Delap's not good enough. The centre backs aren't really good enough, even though I don't think they did too much wrong outside the goals. But yeah, just ultimately not good enough. Yeah, it's just terrible players. Couple that with a manager whose in-game management and changes are woefully bad.
What did he do
It's
wrong
either
today?
the wrong. Bear with me a second. It's either the wrong player that comes on, it's the wrong player who goes off, it's the wrong time. Like, for example, Reece James coming on is good. It should not have been Achampong that went off. It should have been Gusto. Gusto was terrible today at left back. Was okay at right back when he switched. He then switched them back at half time for no reason, and Gusto was then again crap at left back. When Achampong was like okay, he wasn't amazing, but he was okay at left back. Who was the other change? Oh, the other change at half time. Neto coming on for Garnacho is a good change. I don't know why you put him on the right and ESTEVAO on the left, even though ESTEVAO was good on the left. Neto had 2 good crosses, and apart from that, did nothing. It was again cut back inside and cross, again the usual nonsense.
He is so predictable. It's not even funny.
Exactly, he is, and that's what he is on the right-hand side. Stop playing him on the right. That was bad. I don't know why Santos played 5 minutes, and it was the lap that he came on for, and not Enzo. I don't know how Enzo played 90 again.
Pedro was horrible. I can't.
João Pedro comes on for Palmer for some reason. Palmer played 80 minutes against Newcastle or whoever it was, then played 75 against Bournemouth, and now played 62 against
Bournemouth.
Against
62. Yeah.
Plays 75 against
Aston Villa.
Yeah, and then 62 against Bournemouth. Please explain that to me. How is he getting less minutes as we go on? Even though the game before, by the way, Maresca's a liar. The game before, he said Palmer can play 90 minutes.
He could, but I think he is saving him for Man City. I could forgive that substitution.
No, Marshall.
Palmer wasn't doing
this
anything.
is an
Let's
issue,
be
by the
real,
way, which
Scott.
we need to touch on in more detail, but that is stupid. This saving someone for X, because we'll talk about it with ESTEVAO as well, is dumb. It's a stupid way of managing a football club. You're doing what the owners are doing, just in a microcosm.
Well, okay, hold on. So the thing is, I understand why he did it. Do I like it? No. If it was in an ideal world, I'd play him 90, but we don't live in an ideal world. He has a groin injury. He's still playing through, which we know that. We do the show together, so we go over the news. So you also get the same news I do. So we know he's playing through a groin injury. We know we have City in, 4 days? 3 days? When is the City game? Saturday or Sunday? Sunday. Okay. So... again, was he doing enough to, like, I get the idea of, like, it's just like Mo Salah, like, he's that type of player you keep on and you don't, take off because he could change the game. But what was Cole Palmer doing that game that merited him? He was
okay. He was decent that game. And the thing is, he's better than Neto, and he's better than Gittins, and he's better than Garnacho, and he's better than João Pedro, and he's better. He's our second best attacker currently.
Yeah.
On form. So I don't care. I literally don't care. And like Mo says, there's a few things to this. Number one is, don't say he can play 90 then. Don't blatantly lie, is the first thing. Secondly, what's the game we're more likely to win? City or Bournemouth?
With the way our season's going, City.
What's the game we're more likely to win with Palmer being on the pitch?
City.
That's dumb. City are gonna run for us.
Our season's dumb, Scott. It's not going.
No.
We all predicted we would have a better run this.
They're going to run through us because there's number one, Caicedo's out, he's suspended. Also, against City, I want to play a midfield three because we always play a midfield three against the bigger teams because it's better for us and we can pack the midfield and we can apply pressure. So it would not surprise me if it's Reece James, Enzo, and Santos in that midfield.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if that's the case, then you didn't need to rest Palmer. That's fucking stupid. And again, I'm tired of. Stop thinking about what's going to happen in the future of saving for this team. We need to beat Bournemouth. We are now 15 points off the top. That is the amount of points we finished from the top at the end of last season. It will get worse because Arsenal will win more games and we will drop more points. We are, if City win on Thursday and we lose to City, we're 16 points behind City. We are currently 9 behind Villa. If Liverpool win on Thursday, we are 5 behind Liverpool. Stop thinking about the future and think about the now and the present and winning the game you are currently playing. Please, man. Stop resting players and rotating for this and rotating for that. Because we've had multiple games in a row now where you've thought for the future, you've made dumbass subs that make no sense, and we've either lost or drawn the game. Please stop. I beg. Because your subs suck. Like JC says, his subs will make us worse every sub he made. Actively making us worse.
Is that from the subs or is that from the quality?
It's from the subs, because Neto is not a worse winger than Garnacho, right? He might not be good enough anyway. That's a different conversation. But you made it worse by playing him on the side that we know he's not good on, or we've seen him enough times to know that he's predictable. Like I said, he did nothing.
Wait,
what was the point? Neto
was on the right, and
that's what I'm saying.
To the left.
He sucked. I'm saying he is better than Garnacho, but
Yes.
we've seen him on the right enough to know that it's predictable. It doesn't work. Play him on the left. But you didn't want to do that. You played him on the right again and put ESTEVAO on the left. For the first time this season, by the way, you put ESTEVAO on the left for no reason. Literally no reason. Even though he was really good. That's not me downplaying. But he was cooking on the right. He was killing their left back. And so you decided to move him for no reason. Again, I talked about the Gusto thing. Just because Gusto's your love child does not mean he needs to play 90 again when he was sucking. He was bad.
Mm-hmm.
And he stays on the pitch. He offers nothing. Literally nothing. He was doing nothing to support ESTEVAO, really, even though ESTEVAO didn't really need it, but he was doing nothing. Again, I talked about it. You didn't need to take Palmer off for João Pedro. João Pedro came on and was okay. Wasn't even terrible, was okay, but didn't really affect the game. Delap played 87 minutes. It was better, but still crap.
Yeah.
And then Gittins comes on, which apparently might have been an injury, but even so, for sure, because I guess. And then with Gittins, you immediately see the quality depth in the lacking quality between him and ESTEVAO, and it's light years. But
bro,
again,
even and this is just poor. Even the lacking quality from him and Garnacho is like shocking. Because like all I needed to see was that one play. He goes to beat the man, holds up the ball, then decides, "Oh, I can't cross it. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Ah, fuck! I don't have the ball now." Like, fuck off, dude. Make a decision. Do something. Do something. Nothing pisses me off more when a winger makes a decision, then decides to walk it back, and then can't decide what to do after you've already taken it back. Just make a decision. Commit.
It was bad. And the last thing I'll say on Maresca, we're going to have this conversation every time he doesn't do it. If you're going to play Enzo Fernandez in his team, it's a midfield free or sell him. Because I will say it again, he gets ran through more than Bonnie Blue. It's bad, man. And it's every team in the league at this point.
I mean, the first half, I didn't think he was horrible. I think
he was horrible, good. Bro. Outside the goal, he was giving the ball away.
He was bad, bro. He was bad.
Outside the goal, he was horrible.
He was helping us in transition.
No, he was defensively sucked again. Nowhere near Caicedo again.
Defensively, yeah. I mean,
giving the ball away constantly. Bro, outside the goal, he was terrible again. How many times? He's Enzo Fernandes, bro. That's what he is to me now. He's Enzo Fernandes. It's GNA and shit performances every game, bro. I'm tired. Midfield free or sell his arse and go and get me Wharton or Anderson.
I can't lie to you, man. His spatial awareness at times, bro, is shocking. His spatial awareness at times, bro, is absolutely shocking. I can't believe for a guy that we've bought for, I said price, bro, he should be able to know his surroundings, bro. That's terrible.
Okay, I have to raise Ahmed's microphone because it sounds horrible.
He's also a little quiet.
I didn't think he was great, but I didn't think it was horrible. I think in that first half, he was helping out with the transition. I remember, he got caught out because he didn't have, like Ahmed said, the spatial awareness. He turns around, all of a sudden he gets dispossessed. But, I mean, he was there leading our counterattacks for the most part. It's just the wingers don't do shit with any of our chances that he would create or any of the passes. Like every time he gave the ball to Garnacho, it was that one great pass that he had where he almost like Trivelas it to Garnacho's space, and then Garnacho gets a throw in out of it. I think maybe like just doesn't do anything with it. And I mean, I'm not gonna be overcritical on Neto. I don't think Neto was terrible. I
disagree. I absolutely disagree on that one. That guy.
Let me make my point first.
I want to make it. Sorry, this one's a commercial. I swear to God, bro, this brother and Garnacho, they need to learn what is a.
Yo, Ahmed, your mic is cooked, gang.
Yeah. Anyways, so I think there were moments where Neto got the cross in or did something that we just weren't clinical on. I think putting ESTEVAO on the left was just fine. I agree with Scott. He was cooking on that right, but he was also cooking on the left. And for me, going forward, now that we've seen this experiment, you just have to play ESTEVAO and Neto. Those are your best wing pairings for this
Nope.
season. Who else are you going to play? Garnacho.
The front three going forward should be ESTEVAO on the left, João Pedro up front, and Palmer on the right, and a midfield three. That's the formation going forward.
It's not happening.
It's not happening.
Then we're
Like,
going to
we're
continue
just
to
being
suck with certain
realistic
people in
here.
this team, then, bro. Like, that should be the team going forward. If it's not, like,
Again, I like to base
I'm tired. I
like
barely even wanted to come on here because I'm fighting food poisoning again. But I'm doing it for the people in the mandem.
bro,
So
dying.
my
I'm
fighting
tell you-
power is on the low.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. I think, and I said this before. I said this even before the bad run started. Before we were winning whatever way we are now. I said before, the weakest part of Maresca's game is his in-game management. Anytime you ask Maresca to rely on his in-game management, he's going to appear weak and he's going to appear dumb. Why? Because he doesn't have the experience to do it. He's awful at it, bro. He's awful. All young managers are awful at in-game management. Go ahead and ask Madrid fans what they think of Xabi Alonso and his subs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they'll tell you. All young managers suffer from the same issue. And when I look at that, I'm like, all right, whatever. But then that's not for me. Again, I have to look at the players, bro. And this is when I really got to look at the players. And we can talk about realistic solutions for some of these players. But at the end of the day, as long as Maresca's here, bro, we're not going to see a midfield three, bro. We're just not going to see a midfield three. And
We've already seen it with him this season. He's played it multiple times. Like, not
I
sorry,
think
this season, but in general.
yeah, I'm saying in general, but that's not his consistent game. Like, he does it when he believes that it would be effective against the opposition. But otherwise, we're going to see mostly what we end up seeing anyways. And for me, like, and again, for me, the biggest criminal in this game is, and obviously there's two criminals and they're both Argentinian. I don't care what you want to tell me, bro.
Yep.
Enzo outside of the goal was criminal. Enzo, even bro, the second chance he had in the second half, the exact same as the goal he scored, except he had more time to place it.
Yeah.
He had even more time to place the ball, and he couldn't even get it on target. He couldn't even. It's not like it was blocked by defender. He couldn't even get it on target. I don't care what anyone tell me. Criminal. So many times on the counterattack, Enzo Fernandez. He has better options to his right. He always filters a ball to Garnacho, who does nothing. Criminals. Garnacho on both goals, back post, sleeping. And this is not the first time in a game where we concede because of Garnacho back post sleeping. I'm tired of it, bro. And then again, people want to tell me, people, I'm telling you, I've argued with people. They're crying, they're bitching, they're moaning. No, but Maresca's not good enough. He needs to give the wingers overlaps. And then you see a real winger hit the pitch in ESTEVAO, and you realize a real winger doesn't need the overlap. A real winger will take advantage of the 1v1. A real winger will cook the defender 1v1. They don't need the overlap.
Or some
And that's what I've
or
been
wingers 1v1 demons. Or some is the wingers that man just playing 1v1.
No. I think ESTEVAO is a 1v1 demon, bro. We saw it this game. He was cooking on the right, and he went on the left and continued to cook.
Yes, I understand that. But is he the one that's
what?
I'm saying though, is he gonna be a starter for us right now with Maresca? Objective.
We don't know. We don't know at this point. Because the fact that Garnacho got taken off at halftime, and usually whenever he wants to make changes, ESTEVAO was the first sacrifice when he wants to make changes on the wings. But he didn't this time. This time he took off Garnacho and he kept ESTEVAO on. For me, like I'm telling you right now, I think going forward, ESTEVAO should 100% be there. If it's not, that's criminal at this point. It's criminal.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Got you. Go ahead, Ahmed.
I'm just gonna tell you right now. For Manchester City, Garnacho now starting. Get ready.
Oh, they probably are, bro. And then, bro, I'm gonna cook Maresca when we get slapped and when they do nothing. But like, this is another thing about. I talked about the waiting. I don't give a shit what ESTEVAO is doing at 25 if he's playing consistently. That's 7 years' time where he'll probably be playing for like Real Madrid or something because it won't be here at this rate. I care about what he's doing now, today, present day, to help us, get top four, which we're struggling with at the moment, and to win stuff like Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues. I don't care about 7 years' time and protecting him so he can play more at 25 or 27.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
I'm fucking tired of it. I'm not asking him to play every single game as well. I'm asking him to play the important games. Like against City, I want 90 minutes. So then you rest him against Charlton. So then he plays 90 minutes against Arsenal or whoever we play after that.
This is hilarious. If I didn't watch the game and I just looked at stats, Enzo Fernandez looked like he had a brilliant game. I can't lie.
Yeah, that's why you don't just look at stats. Oh, here's a stat for you, Marshall. Bournemouth had 14 shots on target in that first half, which is the most.
They had the most they've ever had in the Premier League. Yeah, ever.
Yeah, it's the most a home
defense
team has
was
ever
poor
allowed an
today,
away
man.
team to have in a game in the Premier
I
League.
can't lie to you. Dennis or now in the 92nd minute was this much away from making it 3-2 and win the game. He literally was in front of me. That was point blank in front of me.
But that comes from what? Gusto sleeping on his
Gusto
on
again.
his attacker,
Oh,
right?
interesting.
Yeah.
I can't lie to you. Gusto left back. We cannot want that again. We
Gusto in
cannot
general,
want
bro,
that
I'm
again.
tired. He had like one amazing game against Everton, and since then he's followed it up with just mid and shit. Like, I'm tired, bro. Like,
but the thing is, like, I understand. Listen, like, I get where you're coming from, Scott. But like, you and very much other fans have this way of just extremist view on it. It's like, okay, at this point, all of our players are shit. What team do you want to put out there?
Not all of our players are shit. I'm saying when he's not playing well, Marshall.
Listen, Cucurella's not available. Cucurella's not available, right? You said Gusto was shit today. Achapong was okay. Garnacho was shit. Neto was shit. João Pedro was okay. Delap was okay, but still shit. Like, that's 6 players already. The bench isn't any better, bro.
I think a lot of our teams sucked, but there is a way you can set it up that it's better. Achapong should have played. There's no reason to take him off when he's having a decent game, and you keep Gusto on, who, when he was at left back, at right back he was okay. That's not even. I'm not cooking him when he was at right back. At left back he sucked. What was the point of keeping him on the pitch at left back when he sucked?
I mean, the thing is, too, like,
do you know what it is, Marshall?
I think, before you go, Ahmed, I think Gusto, that one moment, obviously, that should have been Bournemouth 3-2, was a poor moment. But I thought overall Gusto wasn't terrible. Attacking wise, too, I thought he was okay. He had a moment where, what was it? He took a player out of the game and gets forward. I can't remember off the top of my head what the exact details were, but I don't know. I feel like a part of it, you're not wrong. I feel like part of it is, the problem is just overall, man, the quality in this team is not great.
Okay.
Garnacho's so bad.
I agree with this, Marshall, but I think the problem that you have right now is that, listen, I agree, quality not good, but the problem, I think realistically, you needed, if this was what was gonna happen, you needed a manager now that's a bit more malleable, bro. That's at least gonna find a system that's gonna at least get the best out of the players, bro. At least in the short term. I'm not saying all of us here agree SD's failed Maresca. Didn't bring him the players that he needed for his system, right? But the reality is these are the guys you have. You have to build something at least, to make these guys look like they're serviceable right now. That's the best way. That's the best way to put it. That's the best way to put it, Marshall. Do you get what I mean? That's my main criticism. That's my only criticism of Maresca, by the way.
Like, on paper, it's great. I can also put on my board, like, okay, we're gonna play 4 diamond 4 to attack. Like I can do all that, right? But it's not as simple as plug and play. It's to an extent. Real quick before you go, RSM. It's also to an extent like, what is Maresca familiar with? We know we have an inexperienced manager in Maresca. If he's familiar with this formation, and obviously Club World Cup was where he experimented a little more. If you're asking him to now change his system to adapt to all these players that is different from what his system is, then if you get poor results in that system, you can't blame the manager because he's doing exactly what you asked with a system he may not be familiar with. Go ahead, Arsene. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say, and I think this is one of my bigger issues in general about the squad, is the fact that we can ask for Maresca to make these changes, right? But again, even if he makes these changes that we ask for, right, to make these players even a little bit better, it's not going to matter if we continue to have these self-inflicted injuries. And this is my issue. Look at the goals we conceded, bro. Rarely this season have I seen a goal where I'm like, oh, you know what? Fair play. The other team, we got absolutely cooked, right? Oh, we got outplayed. They did so much better. Rarely has that happened. It's usually a dumb goal, right? We fall asleep. It's an individual error. You know, it's a complete comedy show. If you look at the catalog of goals that we concede, it's a comedy show of errors. And even if Maresca changes the system so we look better going forward, right? Is it gonna stop Chalobah from being a bozo? Is it gonna teach Gusto how not to have a bozo moment in defense? Yeah, we can plug a hole maybe in midfield by not leaving Caicedo alone, right? Because Enzo, in terms of defensively, offers nothing to Caicedo. But is that something that we're going to realistically be able to change that much. I think as much as
But
I look
RSM,
at the
but
manager,
RSM, what I would say to you,
look, but I need to look at the players too, and that's where for me, that's where I think my
But
majority of my
Today, the
negativity
2
comes
goals
from.
we conceded are 100% on the players.
But again,
my thing,
my negativity comes from this fact. The fact that I have come to realize that there is no formation, there is no magic potion that Maresca can get out of these players currently, the way that we have in our back line and in the wings, right? Where we can be a competent team. Because the players are, no matter what he does, no matter if he was Pep himself, the players are just going to let him down. There's I agree Maresca can do better, but even what I'm saying, this is what I'm saying, Maresca can do better, and even if he does better, it still will not be enough to where we want to be at, because the players are not good enough.
Okay, so what I would say to that is that I can hear that, but I think for me, let us try it, and that's we'll see. And B, what we can also say is that we can at least limit, the amount of versions that can occur. If that makes sense, right? And I think for me, there's a method to that madness. You can at least reduce the amount of potency that you're going to be getting from that caliber. I don't know.
Ahmed, I would agree with you.
And for me, it's not just a defensive thing, right? It's both a defensive thing, and then I think from an offensive standpoint, right? If you change that, or at least a little bit of the way you're doing stuff, right? You at least give Garnacho and Neto, in particular, because those are the runners in our team, right, that are starting, much more better opportunities, bro, than what they're having right now. Because the problem is, yes, you're putting them in great positions, but these guys haven't got the quality to finish in those positions, if that makes sense. Because they aren't suited to said position. That's the best way to really put it, bro.
Ahmed, you might have to me, you might have an argument if we're talking about the season in a whole, right? But if I'm talking about this game in isolation, I can't look at Maresca and say, you set us up wrong, you exposed us. Like if the 2 goals we conceded were the same type of goal that what's his face didn't score, Sanchez just saved because of Malagusto's positioning, then I could say, you're using Malagusto in a position where he's going to get exposed, and you need to change that to limit that kind of chance from happening in the game. The part that I agree full-heartedly with RSM is that look at the 2 goals we conceded today. Again, from throw-ins, silly throw-ins. Chalobah basically got the assist for the second throw-in, and on the first throw-in, you got Chalobah and Wesley Fofana going for the same ball. They failed to get it. And then, listen, I haven't been critical of Sanchez all season because he's been relatively good. But Sanchez, you have to do better about deflecting that ball up and not or down, but not straight at the player.
We're not going to talk about Garnacho losing his man on both of those.
And that too as well. Garnacho also losing. And again,
earlier, he has been responsible, by the way, for 4 or 5 goals we've conceded for the exact same thing.
Yeah.
He had the one where him and Neto. What was the game? Him and Neto decided to just not defend a throw in. He had the Brentford one.
I forgot what game it was, but I remember Garnacho scored in the game, and then a couple minutes later he left the back post completely open, and we got scored on.
I'll say no. It's been 5 because it was 2 in that game. It was him and Neto in that same game.
I feel like it was
and then he had the one against Brentford in the 2 today. He's been responsible for 5 goals we conceded. It's the same thing. It's defending the back post or defending the second man on a throw-in or a set piece.
But the thing for me, because I think, and I haven't watched the Villa game yet, so bear with me with my analysis here, but I think these last 2 games, like the writings can kind of been on the wall in terms of, I genuinely don't think, unless you go forward with what Scott said, right? Which is you figure out the wingers to. Let me restart. The directors know, or should know, if they're doing their job, that Maresca likes to play this system where he needs goal-scoring wingers. He likes to go wide into the wings, and he likes to cross into the middle. He doesn't go through the middle much. He mostly goes to the wings, cuts inside. Everything goes to the wingers. So at this point, to mitigate the damage, kind of to what Ahmed is saying, just play Palmer on the right and play ESTEVAO on the left or Neto on the left, like just those 3. Because right now, Garnacho is an impact sub at best. And Gittins, it's just, I'm willing to wait until next season to really, really criticize Gittins because I always give players that come from another league a season to adapt. But it's just not. I've not seen enough signs
Have that
to
time,
make me
Marshall. I
optimistic.
keep telling you.
Listen,
my
this
thing-
is what,
my-
what we
my
got.
thing is like-
but
my thing is like, it's
hold on
difficult-
before you go, RSM.
Go ahead.
With me, these last 2 games have written the writing on the wall that as long as we have this poor recruitment and as long as we have these poor players, there's barely anything that Maresca can do outside of the things that I just said about Neto, ESTEVAO, and Palmer on the wings that he can do to mitigate the damage. He's working with shit. And it's depressing. Like I feel like the season's cooked as a result of just poor recruitment. And I agree now more and more as the days go on that we have gotten worse as a team rather than improve on last season.
We did.
On a side
Go ahead,
note as well,
Arson.
by the way,
Oh, yeah.
Ahmed reminded me, or I think it might have been you, Marshall. Whoever mentioned about the Unal chance, that reminded me. Bro, sell Delap in the summer, bro. Osimhen finishes that chance he has.
Oh, the
Osimhen
header.
scores that. The one chance you get in a game, and
Yeah,
bro,
you're right, Oliver.
the shit jump heads it over. Osimhen scores that, man. Any half decent striker scores
Yeah.
that. We were killing Jackson for that shit before.
Yeah,
You know what, bro? You know what's crazy too? Another thing too. Like
that was from
when I look
Neto,
back at the
though,
game,
right?
do you remember? I think within
think
the
so.
first half where Chalobah was 1v1 with Semenyo and just reads the again in the air, reads the path of the ball wrong. I think slips, and then it was a great opportunity. They just didn't do anything with it, bro. Like I've said this. I think we really did get worse as a team because we went from we went Sancho, Mudryk
depressing, RSM.
to Gittins, Garnacho, which is a downgrade. We went Madueke, Neto to Neto, and but we went Neto to now Neto thinking he's the main character, and ESTEVAO. So we upgraded on the right, but ESTEVAO doesn't even play. So what does that matter in terms of being an upgrade? And then in the
ESTEVAO
back
played well
line,
on the left,
bro.
though.
And then in the back line, we got
What are you
worse.
complaining
In
about?
the back line, we got worse.
Yeah.
Because Badia Shield is constantly injured, right? So we have had to suffer through Tosin. Chalobah is just a bum, right? Buffon is coming back from injury, and Cole is completely out. We got worse as a squad. We just got completely worse. The only place we upgraded was ESTEVAO on the right wing.
Bro, with Mudryk, at least Mudryk can get crosses in. At least Mudryk could beat a man
I would
on the
take
dribble
Mudryk
every
over
now and
Garnacho
again.
in this team.
No,
every
I'm
day
so
of the
serious.
world.
I can't believe I'm even saying it
Yes.
because I agree with you. Mudryk was shit, but he is better than Garnacho.
But that's exactly my point. I'm not even saying and I'm not even doing Mudryk revisionism. I don't think Mudryk was great, but there's nothing
No,
wrong
he
with saying
wasn't.
we literally downgraded on Mudryk, which is insane to say. And again, when I start looking at the strikers, right? Let's be honest, bro. Would we be doing worse with Jackson right now? And this is not Jackson revisionism, because Jackson is still
Yeah, Kai,
as
right.
bad as the players he was last season. But
I
let's be
say-
honest, man.
RSM, I don't know if
Kai,
you were here
you're
on the
right,
stream. I said it.
but Joker is not the answer either, by the way. But you're right.
Yokeres would do.
No.
He'd probably do better
Gyökeres
than
would
Delap
not
in
do
the
a
team, but
damn
that's not the
shit
bar.
in the-
What I would say
Gyökeres
was like,
wouldn't do anything in this team.
RSM,
promise
I
you.
don't know if you were here on the stream. I said it, but I'm gonna repeat the same thing. I said it on Lewis's stream earlier, and I said it on a stream on here before. I'm now at the stage. If the conversation starts in terms of the bar starts with guys like Kalu and Demba Bar, if you are not better than them, you're all shit. Like all these wingers, we want to say, oh, Neto's better than Garnacho, and he's not good enough. The bar is not Garnacho. The bar is not Mudryk. It's not Mad. The bar is not these crap players we sold and got worse with. The bar is these squad players we had when we were a title-winning team. If you are worse than them, you're not good enough. End of that's where it ends. The lap crap. He's not good enough. He needs to get sold because he's not and will not be better than Demba Bar. The left wingers we got seldom. Marshall, you said about time. They don't have time. Again, if you believe reports, we're looking at another attacker with the ones we've already bought in the summer. That's either going to be another number 10, which means one of Delap or João Pedro needs to be sold if Omega's coming in, because you're not having 3 strikers, one of them being Delap, one of them being João Pedro, and one of them being Omega. That's dumb. It's going to be a winger, which means one of the left wingers is being sold. Like, if we get another attacker, one of these other guys that we want to give time to, they don't get time. They have a season, otherwise they need to leave because they ain't got time. So you need to perform right now. If you're not performing right now, then goodbye. See you later. Go and perform for Everton. Go and battle with guys like Tierno Barry, who scored again, by the way. He's now got double the amount of goals that Delap has in the league this season. Johan Wissa scored today. He's got more goals than Delap has in the league this season.
I don't think Delap even got a shot on target today. I'll be so real with you. Let me actually look. Did he get a shot?
No,
I
no,
got one.
he did, but it was blocked. I think he had
Shots
like
on
2 shots that were
target,
blocked.
0. He got 2 shots
Never mind
blocked.
then. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He got 2 shots. See, bro, I watched the
you know
games,
what?
man.
Looking back at that Neto cross, you could make the argument Neto places it behind the lap, but I don't know.
No, he
You
jumps
could also
too
make the
early.
argument.
No,
He jumps too early.
Like Neto didn't do the best, but then he also jumped too early. So it's like, you know,
He's falling as that cross is like as it's getting to his head,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
falling.
Yeah, you're right.
So he's just heading it over. Like if he
it's
understands how
battle
to
of the ass,
jump.
man. It's left cheek, right cheek, man. That's what we're arguing right now.
No, to be fair, like people know that was actually a good. It was one of the 2 or 3 good crosses Neto had in the game. Like, I don't rate Neto, but that was actually one of the moments he created, and Delap ruins it. Like imagine, do you know what's nuts? A CFC. No. Bring that comment up.
Oh, which one? Oh yeah.
Calvert-Lewin scores that goal.
Yeah.
No, but by the way, have you seen the heat map on Calvert-Lewin's goals, bro? It's like a straight line right down the middle.
Of course it is, because he's a poacher. He's just, but that's what Delap is. He's a straight bully and a poacher. He kicked. By the way, he's lucky he didn't get another yellow card today. Did you see he kicked out twice?
Who? Delap?
Delap. There was one in the first half. The Hill.
Referees, do your job. I would have won my parlay if you did that.
James Hill clears the ball up the field, and Delap just goes over and kicks him after the ball goes. I don't know how he didn't get a yellow for that.
I made a 2-game parlay. Chelsea to draw, Delap to get a yellow card. I'm actually kind of mad. Delap didn't get a yellow
curious
card.
about something as well. I keep remembering bits from the game. I just remembered. I know what I think. What did you guys think of the Gusto handball?
I think that was on the sleeve cut. Like,
you're on mute,
here.
Ahmed.
Ahmed, you're muted. I think it was fine. I think that technically is that shoulder. It's like, what's the rule? Anything above the sleeve. So
That's not handball. That's not handball. I saw that live. It's not
right
handball.
on the sleeve cut.
I think that is a
handball.
handball. I think it's the exact. I think it's the exact same as the Maxim one. I think both. I think that and the Maxim one are both handballs.
No.
So I think we got.
I was about to say though, but like consistency wise, if they didn't call the Maxim one.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's
and all we ask for is consistency. So they're not gonna call the Matson one. They're not gonna call this one. All right, fair enough.
That's fair. In terms of consistency, I agree with you, RSM. It's consistent.
Exactly.
I think they're both handballs. They're both like. I don't know what Gusto's doing in that moment either. By the way, you talked about the caliber earlier.
It's so far out, bro.
You know what?
Bro just misses the flight of the ball completely.
As we're talking about the game, I'm starting to remember more of these weird bozo moments that Gusto had. Where like I feel like Gusto sometimes when he doesn't know what to do, he just kind of boots the ball, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? I forget what play it was. I think it was a play where I can't remember. It doesn't matter. But like now that I'm remembering it, actually, yeah, Gusto wasn't as great as I remember. Actually, I'm remembering the game more and more. So fair play, but yeah, I don't think it was a handball. I'm trying to find an image just so we can see it, but I don't think I'm gonna find one. But yeah, it's frustrating. I think, is it safe to say we were the better team though?
No.
I think going forward, yes. Going forward, we were the better team. Defensively, though, we were both trash.
I don't think we were the better team going forward based on that first half.
No, I would say over the 90 minutes we were the
No,
better team.
I think going forward they were clearly I think they were a bit more clinical in terms of their quality. The quality chances they had were much better, but we were creating more. If that makes sense.
No. That's my whole point though. Like in terms of an attacking sense, we created more. A lot of what they were doing though, were just capitalizing off our own mistakes, which I don't consider like you are creating. Like that's just you taking advantage of the other team doing shit. Like if we won like 2-0 and both of our goals were because the other team made errors, right? Like the Spurs game, the one goal we scored was basically from an error playing out the back. And I'm not like, oh bro, you know, it just based off that one goal, you can't say, oh, you know, we were the better attacking team. You have to look at the entirety.
You know what it is though? The thing is, yeah, obviously, as you know, I went to the game today, yeah. You know, I can't hate on these guys, you know. I feel like, yeah, I really feel for these for the match going fans, because it's like, bro, like today, for example, the temperature outside right now, I think it's like something like 0 degrees right now, right? So it's basically like, I don't know what that is for you guys in the US.
Yeah, 0 degrees. You're watching that football. Yeah, I felt like when it was 2-2 in the last 10 minutes, like we were just struggling, to go and get an attack to push the ball just forward, let alone go on the attack, bro. Yeah, just pass it forward. Yeah, you're watching this type of football, man. And then when these ran up booing at the end of the game, which they actually booed at the end of the game, bro. They were booing the players when they even came, right? Like I can't listen, and they crashed it on the fan. They literally, by the way, when Palmer got subbed off, they literally went shouting at the manager. They were shouting at the manager. They were shouting at the manager. They're saying, "You don't know what you're doing, bro." So it's like I can't blame them, bro. I can't blame them. I can't blame them, bro. Bro, I was freezing. Yeah, I was on the fucking guardrail. I legit. Do you know the LeBron meme where he's got his hands on like the rail and he's like tired, bro? Or it's like Jimmy Butler. I think it's Jimmy Butler, yeah, where he just got his hand on the rail and he's just like on the guardrail and he's just like that, bro. I thought that was me after 9 minutes. I was script. I couldn't believe what I was watching, man. That's like listen, but this is like the 4th game I've been to the season, I think, yeah. And I just watched that and I was like, no, man, this ain't it, yo. This ain't it, man.
I'm never gonna justify booing the players. I'll be so real with you. Even in today's game, like again, booing the substitution of Cole Palmer. Like, have your opinion on what you want, but sure, he could play a full 90. But if he plays a full 90 now, he's probably gonna be unavailable for Man City. So I get the substitution. He's also playing through a groin injury. If we win the
game today, then who cares? Like this again, looking for the City game, like means nothing when we're going to be without our best player in the City game anyway. So, like that midfield, like I said, that midfield we're getting ran through, bro.
Yeah, we're getting eaten up, bro. No cap.
Like even if the rest of the team step up, right? Like we might give them a game because we normally do against big teams. We're getting eaten alive in that midfield. And because Caicedo's not in there, like we're gonna have to put Reece in there to deal with Cherky, which means Gusto's right back again. Cool, great.
Or Josh, because Josh did get hooked. I doubt it, but
that's a good joke, Marshall. Anyway, it will be Gusto playing right back again.
I can't find his handball. I give up. And Maresco's not at the press conference, so there's no managerial quotes either. He wasn't feeling well, apparently.
Yeah, I'd be sick to my stomach too, no cap.
I'll say one of those ones.
Yeah.
I'd be sick to my stomach too.
Just like me, man. It is what it is. Yeah, man, I don't know what the fuck to say.
We're just shit, man. Point. Like I said,
we just have a worse squad,
the end of this week could be bleak in terms of like
position
moving forward, league position. And again, we talk about progress. I'll go back to it. 15 points off of Arsenal already. And we're halfway through the season. And it will get worse. Because, like, the rate they're going, they probably drop some points, right? Like every team does. We're going to drop more points than them.
If we keep going like this, sure. Again, like
16 points off
listen,
City
the thing that's exhausting to me is that having to regurgitate my opinion on this stuff because I just get cooked for it. And I did this last season. It was exhausting. I don't want to do it again. I'll be so fucking honest with you guys. I just don't want to do it again. I also feel like shit, okay? But that's besides the point. The thing is, like, we look at August, September, October, November, pretty decent records, but we want to focus on just December and pretend like that's the whole season. Like, I get it. It's not good. This December was worse than last season. But again, nothing is set in stone. The season could turn around going forward. Today, we were without Cucurella. Today, again, we still don't have Levi. We don't know what the hell is going to happen in the fucking January window. I doubt anything's going to happen, but maybe they decide to recall a center back. Maybe that helps. I don't know. It's just a plethora of factors that I don't know. I'm not going to just throw in the towel and say, that's it, this is our season, it's cooked, when literally August, September, October, November, I wasn't saying that shit. But one bad month and all of a sudden I'm saying this. Like, and again, the most congested month of the year in terms of fixtures. Yes, players aren't going to be up to snuff. That's why we see...
we've got the same next month as well, right?
Do we? I don't think it's nearly as bad as this month.
We play 9 games in 8 days. Across the month.
Yeah. It's gonna be
if you include the start of February, right? We play a game every 3 or 4 days. We have 10 games between now and. Is there an international break in February?
No, yeah, February, end of February,
Cool.
mid-February.
Yeah, mid-February. Cool. We play 10 games every 3 to 4 days between now and the international break.
Yeah.
The thing is, listen, I heard you.
So it's exactly the same. And we've got in that run, by the way, we've got 2 games against Arsenal. We've got to play Brentford in their long throws again.
City.
Yay. We've got a derby against Fulham, which we should turn up against, hopefully, but it is what it is. We've got City. We've got away at Palace, which is not going to be easy. We've got... Fuck, who else have we got in that run? We've got Charlton we should beat. And we've got West Ham we should beat. And I can't remember who else.
All that run of fixtures, though, just based on what you said, sounds so much easier than the run of fixtures we had this month.
Marshall, we had 1 win in 6 this month.
Yes.
The thing is, like,
And we
Marshall,
we dropped points against Bournemouth and Leeds.
Marshall, what was our do you mind like telling us what our run was? Like, what was our
This
wins and
month?
losses? The last few months before that, bro. The last few months before that.
Oh, the schedule before.
So like, what
December?
do you wins and losses in November, wins and losses, and obviously afterwards, if that makes sense.
You're gonna have to give me a minute.
That's fine. Don't worry, take your time.
I can do it. I can pull it up so you guys can see me do it in real time as well. Give me 2 seconds. Meanwhile, I'm looking at Semenyo's face here. All right, let's look up Chelsea. No? No? Okay, cool. Thanks.
Casually FC, first one.
Oh my days. Fixtures. This is ridiculous. Where is it? I just had it. Oh, here we go. Fixtures by competition. Fixtures by date. So here we go.
You can filter just the Premier League as well.
Do you want to do just Premier League or
Just Premier League, like
Let's just do Premier League, yeah.
as I say, I don't care about anything else right now. Like the league should be our bread and butter. It's the same reason I don't really care about the cups. Like I'm glad we're in like semi-finals and shit, but it's just papering over cracks.
okay? So I'll just do by Premier League then. Okay, where is Premier League? Here we go. Let's look at the fixtures that we've had. Okay, so in August, 2 wins, a draw. In September, we got a draw, 2 losses, red cards on both of those. I remember that. And yeah, that was August. So we had a draw and 2 losses in September. Sorry. October, we end up getting... Our only loss was against Sunderland. 2 wins against Liverpool and Nottingham Forest. November, our best month so far. Spurs win, Wolves win, Burnley win, Arsenal draw. Then Leeds, we get what we've had, which is 3 draws, 2 losses, and a win. Which, to be fair, I thought there was more losses in there, so yeah.
But like, I think the point I'm trying to make here is that if you look at that fixture list, yeah. So how much? What was the October one again? So
The October 1 was Liverpool, Nottingham Forest, and Sunderland, where we lost.
So
Let me
like,
get this out of the screen, sorry.
so yeah, so essentially, like we essentially we had essentially a really good end of October. We had a good beginning of October and a good November, essentially. Right.
We had
But
a
if you
blip
look-
in October, but then we had a brilliant November.
Yeah, essentially, right? But like, barring October and November, if you look at the other results that we've had, the other months that we've had, they've been fairly similar.
Well, not really, because Brighton, we had a guy sent off, if you remember that.
No, but
United,
I'm
also,
talking about the results, Marshall. though. I'm just talking about if we just look at the results as they are. Obviously, I understand context is important, but
yeah, sure.
right. But like, if you look at the way the results have been going, right, barring a good, essentially a generally good October and a very good November, the results have fairly been similar, bro.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
And then
But
last year
if we're
in
just
January,
gonna look at the results,
that's me.
then
That's what I'm saying.
I
I'm
just-
just looking at results. Yeah.
I just don't see this form continuing for the rest of the season. When the majority of our season was much better form than this December period, I don't see statistically how we're more inclined to go into more negative form or worse form than where we are now than to improve.
The one thing I will say is that,
And I did the same logic last season, by the way.
the thing is, obviously, I think the argument that could be obviously the quality in the squad was still good, right? Obviously, last season, I think if you look at the quality that we have in this squad, for example,
The majority of the season is the bad results. Okay.
to be fair, if you last year January, we had a very what was it like a draw filled January, wasn't it? It had like quite a few draws in January.
Oh,
I don't remember.
I
think it was a lot of
You want to
draws.
just do Prem, right?
Let's just do because that's what we're gonna be playing anyway.
Yeah. Let me look up what we did last year in January. Because January was peak bad. It wasn't even December. December's when it started, but January is when it really got bad. Okay, so I guess I thought Ipswich was in January. Okay, so that was in December. So January, we drew against Crystal Palace, drew against Bournemouth, won against Wolves, got clapped by City. Oh, so we only had one loss in January. And then 2 draws and a win. So, yeah, like I said, I mean, am I optimistic that we're going to be City? Probably not. City is on a tear right now, and their quality overall is just too good. And like Scott pointed out earlier, like we're not going to have Caicedo, which is a big loss.
Is there a chance for us to appeal or no?
I don't think so because it was yellow
No,
card.
be gonna put yellow.
I also thought that was a dumb yellow. I can't lie.
No,
I don't
I
think
mean,
It
it
wasn't. I will be honest. It wasn't a yellow
was-
card,
It wasn't. It wasn't a yellow card.
but it's just one of those things. Like it,
No,
100%
I can't
wasn't a
even
yellow
I
card,
can't
it
even blame
sucked.
Caicedo for like going in
No.
for that challenge, bro. It was a 50-50, like, and there was no real yellow card intent at all.
Mm-hmm. No, I get it. It's just absurd, but we'll see what happens. I'm sure Andrei Santos is going to be used to play that game. What the fuck ever happened to Sugo, by the way?
I
Is
said Andrei
he
Santos,
alive?
okay.
Is he alive? Because he was supposed to be back by now, but he's not back. Not that he's going to make a difference. I'd rather have Andrei Santos in that position. Bless you. I'd rather have Andrei Santos in that position than Sugo, who's definitely not Matt Sharp or even familiar with the system. Oh, yeah, James too. Yeah, you're right. So it'll be
I was gonna say,
James.
it's gonna be James and
Bowman.
Enzo.
No, we don't need to know where Lavia is. Lavia is in.
Lavi's
in the
a figment of
hospital.
our imagination, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that brings up a good point because I think Maresca only wants to play three-man midfield when Lavia's available. So that tells me he only wants to play when there's a DM he can trust. And we know he doesn't trust Santos.
But the problem is, man, and I hate to keep saying this, yeah, it's all well and good talking about trust, bro. But the reality is, you haven't got the food, bro. You haven't got the food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this is where listen. I'm not Maresca out first and foremost. I actually feel very sorry for him. If there's one guy you should be sympathetic for, is for the gaffer. But at the same time, as I said, he's not making his own life easier, bro. You know what I mean? If you want to get fans on side, yeah, and this is me speaking, like, just honestly, at least try other stuff, bro. You know, show that you're doing stuff, you're trying stuff, but these plays are shit.
I mean, to be fair, he has been trying things. It's not like he hasn't.
Has he?
I don't think he has, bro. He's been maintaining the system.
What has he been trying though? Like, that's what I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, what has he been trying?
Okay, so for example, today he played Achimpong at right back. Doesn't have a left back, so he has to play Malagusto there, right?
Okay.
And then today we finally get the ESTEVAO and Cole Palmer pairing we've been wanting all season. So there's experimentation on that. Unless you mean trying by changing the formation completely, then I don't know.
I'm talking
I'd
about
like to tell you
changing
that.
the system, tweaking the system. Like,
But that's where I go back again. If the man's not familiar with like a 3 in the back system, or like coaches have their system, like it's very seldomly that there's coaches like Pep Guardiola that's going to constantly change their system. Even Jurgen Klopp, when shit got really bad for Liverpool that one season where they finished in Europa place, Jurgen Klopp refused to change his formation, refused to change his system.
He did change his formation. He did change his system.
And what did it do for him? It didn't really help him, did it?
It did. They started doing the inverted fullback thing with Trent.
When?
The season before he left, or the season he left.
I don't recall that.
They literally started doing the inverted fullback thing with Trent inverting into midfield. because it was going so badly for them. They tried that, and it worked.
Yeah, I just feel like
even for me, right, I'm not even asking for big tweaks. I said it earlier. Play a 3-man midfield with Enzo in there as the like midfielder. Put Palmer on the right. Like, try that. Put Palmer and ESTEVAO on the wings and see how it works. See how it works when you actually have two guys who know how to dribble and beat their man. I just want to try that. Try a 3-man midfield with those guys on the wing and see it works. See if it works. Sorry, you won't even try that with Palmer. It's the number 10 always, every time, the same. Which is cool.
Yeah,
great. Try something different. Like, try a little bit different. I'm not asking you to tweak everything. Don't play a 3 at the back system. Don't play, long ball and hoof it and whatnot. I'm saying try something a little bit different, but you won't. It's the same nonsense. Try and get Enzo Fernandez to fucking track his man once, please. Tell him to track his man once. Tell him to stop leaving Caicedo on an island. We used to get pissed at Poch when that was happening. I'm not getting pissed at Maresca when it's happening. Either drop him or play a 3-man midfield so Caicedo is not by himself in both build-up. It's not even defensively. It's in build-up. He's by himself. Like, I'm just tired of some of the players in this team and some of the stuff that's being done both from the manager as well as the sporting directors. There's too much shit going wrong at the moment. But this is we've had this conversation before, but his trust in players as well is going to be what ends him. His trust in certain players playing 90 minutes every single game is going to hurt him.
Listen, I don't disagree, but again, my main point comes back to, and this is where I'm kind of at right now, is the fact that our squad is worse. So even through whatever tactical changes he can make, the players are still gonna let him down, bro. I'm real with you. Like, we're still gonna, like, maybe we have less of these kind of results, but we're still gonna see games where we have the lead again. Like, can't look.
That's the point, RSM. Though we need less of these games to happen, bro.
No. I listen. I agree. That's what I'm saying. I think Maresca could do a lot, but I think there are some people who believe, like, oh, if Maresca changes the system, if he does this is that, if he plays all of my favorite players, then we're gonna be competing, for the title. And I'm like, no,
we're not competing for the title first and foremost. I agree. Listen. To me, the reason why I talk about
that's what everyone's bread and butter is, and that's what everyone's getting upset about, is the fact that we're not competing to the title. Who cares that we're still in 3 competition and could end up at the end of the season with a trophy?
I'm worried
no one gives
about
a shit.
top 4. The thing that's worrying me right now is trying to maintain.
I'm not worried about top 4.
And the reason why I say that is because, yes, obviously, I know that obviously I think United drew. We drew luckily as well. Big up to Wolves for helping us out.
Yeah, thank you, Wolves and Everton. Sorry, not Everton. Leeds.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yes.
Thank you, Wolves and
they drew one. They're the third teams to give.
This is the point I'm making, Marshall. Like, Aston Villa right now, they're on the front. Yes, they may eventually peter out right now, but right now they obviously lost quite badly to Wolves and everything like that. Not Wolves, Aston Villa lost badly to Arsenal. But either way, bro, you've got one team there. You've got Liverpool that's grinding out.
Jesus fuck! Arsenal beat Villa 4-1. What the fuck?
Yes, they're 15 points ahead of us. I did say this earlier.
Yeah.
No, Scott, you did. I didn't know what the result was. You didn't tell me the result. You told me how many points ahead.
Listen,
so it was just like a 2-1.
You got Villa in front of us. You got Liverpool is able to grind results. Right? You got guys coming up, bro. And you've got top fixtures coming up, Marshall. For me, it's about. For me, when I talk about, I want us to maintain top 4. The way we can do that, bro, and make sure we continue to be in the mix and reducing the one or two of these games occurring. And I think just having a tweak in the system where you maybe do something to allow to make some of these guys look just decent, bro, is gonna go a long way to do that in the short term.
Okay.
I would say.
So, like I said, I don't think tweaking the system outside of maybe what Scott said, going to something you used to go to before, which is like a midfield 3. I don't think tweaking the system is gonna solve much of anything, because in order for what I want people to understand is that Maresca has a system for a reason, and what he does in training, especially in the first season, was drill into the system where you need to be, what position you need to take, when do you need to make this decision, at what point in this system. When you spend a year and a half drilling that into players, and then all of a sudden when things go bad, you want to change it up, chances are you're probably going to do more damage than good. You're probably going to get more bad results before you can start getting good results, before the players are now used to this new system. It's not like we have veteran players, unfortunately. We do have veteran players. But we don't have veteran players from other teams that maybe have played different systems under different managers and stuff. You know, Reece can probably adapt to that. Fofana can probably adapt to a system change. Caicedo probably, because he's gone through, 2 managers at Brighton that played 2 different systems and then came to Chelsea, went through Poch and all that stuff. So he could probably do that. Enzo Fernandez, maybe. Yeah, probably. But I'm not looking at Garnacho and have hopes that he'll improve in a different system. I'm not looking at the Lap and having hopes that he's going to improve under a different system. João Pedro, I have my doubts. Maybe he's more adaptable.
Marshall, you know, he tweaked the system at the beginning of the season, bro.
How so?
We were playing
João Pedro in the Lap.
We were literally playing 2-man striker formation at one point in time, bro. So he has shown he's willing to tweak the system to make stuff work. And obviously at the time that was being a bit effective, right? So for me, I think that I actually disagree with you, bro, in that sense. I think, listen, doing tweaks like making it a 3-man midfield, or making it such that the way that if you've got runner wingers, giving them space, right, in terms of to run into stuff here, rather than giving them things where they have to be really good at dribbling, right? You can do this. Those are easy tweaks that you can make that do not require too much brain power, bro.
Sure. But I guess when you say different tweaks in the system, I'm thinking more so like some people are saying, play 4 at the back, overlapping fullbacks. You know he's not going to do that. He doesn't like to do that.
Listen, for me, that point is not, for me, that sort of stuff, that's up to him to do. But I'm talking about we need to make our attack much more threatening, in the sense that we need to make our strikers get some chances at the end of the day.
But again, to be fair, like obviously, what game was it before Villa? We looked like shit attacking wise. Newcastle, right? Like we were like second half was better, but the first half our attack was absolutely horrendous, right? I would argue that today our attack looked better. But again, bozo mistakes. We can't keep a clean sheet against this poor Bournemouth side. And we draw 2-2 when it should have been a 2-0 win. Or you could even say 2-1 if you want to give Bournemouth that goal that Sanchez saves from a poor shot from the player. We should still be winning. But it's, again, those bozo mistakes, which goes back to what RSM is saying. Until these players improve, I'm trying to gather my thoughts. Sorry. I can't really blame the manager when you have to work with players where if you make one slight tweak and it goes wrong, there's no room for error, you lose the game. There are multiple managers in different jobs that have made errors in games, adapt and can fix and get back into the game. You shouldn't have to be in an environment where if you make one mistake, you play one player in the wrong position and you lose the entire game as a result of it. That to me is just poor quality of players that can't step up to the occasion. And today is just, again, bozo moments from the defense. And it's just frustrating, guys. I'm a loss for words. At this point, I feel like I'm just waffling at this point.
I mean, again, it's one of those things where and this is my whole point, I think, the things that the squad are currently doing, I agree. I think Maresca could do things to minimize the amount of draws and losses that we're getting, right? But in terms of turning it into wins, I think, again, we've dropped the most points from winning positions, I think, or we're second in the Prem. That being the case, it shows me, okay, the manager is coming out with a winning game plan. What is going wrong? Right? That's what you have to acknowledge. Okay, then what we're looking at is individual errors lead to goals, the team collapses, right? And then we're clawing back. And Maresca is not good enough as a young manager to make in-game decisions that lead to wins. So we more likely than not end up with a draw or a loss than being able to come back and get a win back.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you look at the Villa game, bro. We should have put them away in the first half. It's that simple. A better attack is 2-0, 3-0, and it doesn't matter what happens in the second half. Villa are already beat, but guess what happens? We don't do that. Our attack doesn't put it away, and then our weaknesses at the back get exposed. So I agree. Maresca can do a lot more to make the team more stable. I'm not saying do not look at the manager, but it's not even like a plan A doesn't go bad. Plan A is working. The players just don't capitalize. Look at the first half against Villa. Players don't capitalize. Enzo, again, he's in the box. He has more time than he had for the first goal, and he can't even get it on target.
It's
The lap
same
as well,
bullshit.
he had some chances. It's like, I don't know what to tell you. And again, but what I blame Maresca for example, is why are we not seeing ESTEVAO more? He's the only winger we have that can thrive under your system. If you put him 1v1, he's going to cook. So why am I watching Garnacho Neto week in, week out?
Yeah. It's just, it's peak.
Oh, that's
it's
it.
peak.
Yes.
But RSM, you just said,
so-
why are you watching Garnacho and Neto? Then ask the manager then.
I was about
He's
to
the one
say,
that's named them.
Wait, Ahmed, did you not hear what I just said?
I'm sorry, I'm eating. I'm really
No,
sorry.
I literally said to the manager, why are you not playing ESTEVAO when the system suits him 1v1? He can actually do something. Why am I being forced to watch Garnacho Neto? I'm saying that, addressing that to Maresca.
Also, Marshall, to answer like a thing that you said about tweaking, why has it taken till game week 19 for us to try ESTEVAO on the left when we've watched the performances of Garnacho and Gittins for the entire 19 games up to this point?
That's fair. That's fair.
That's a little tweak he could have done
ESTEVAO
because
looked
he's
good.
very good. Like, he's
Yeah,
really good, but it's just annoying as well. Even with that tweak, as good as it was, it came with having to watch Neto on the right, who sucked. Like, even the tweaks he is doing is good. I'm not complaining about the tweaks themselves, but the tweaks he is making come with, and part of this isn't his fault. It's down to the quality of team. It's coming with negatives because of certain players having to play in certain positions, which we know they are not good enough to play in, or not consistent enough to play in. But yeah, like I said, 19 games. This is the first time we've seen ESTEVAO on the left, and it was really good.
I just like, to me, it's like I feel so defeated because it's not like, I do feel we'll make top four. I'm not worried about top four. Like, say what you want about United being ahead of us, Villa, this and that. Like,
I don't ahead of us. They're not what to worry about.
Okay, but people want to listen. They're doing well for their standards, which their standards were on the fucking.
No, United are shit. They're not who I'm looking at. I'm looking at Liverpool and Villa ahead of us. That's the reason why.
Liverpool, Villa. I get it. We'll see how their form changes as the season goes on. Players get injured. Competition starts to kick in. Like, it's not gonna stay like this. I know that. But I just feel defeated because I look at this team and I'm like, even if Maresca makes those tweaks, I can only see at most a 10% improvement. And it's 10% enough to change some of those draws to wins and some of those losses to draws? I don't think so. Because I think a large part of the issue is the players that he has to work with, especially in the wing, which is so pivotal to what he wants to do in his system. Gittins was supposed to be this direct, ongoing, attacking winger. Yeah, he's young. Yeah, you can say he's adapting. But when I'm seeing him on the ball, not figuring out what to do, pretending like he has time in the world, bro, we're not winning. What the fuck are you doing? Pass the ball. Garnacho, how many times do I need to see you being unable to dribble, which is one of the biggest things that you need for this system. One of the biggest things that you need to be a winger is good dribbling. And even if you don't have good dribbling, make up for it in other things. Do you cross the ball? You don't cross the ball. Do you cut back all the time to the point where you are absolutely predictable every single... Bro, it's just, you're not unpredictable. The best thing you have going for you was pace, and Mudryk gave me that. At least Mudryk could, 9 times out of 10, Mudryk might lose a dribbling battle, but he would at least win the one time. Garnacho, you're losing dribble battles 10 out of 10 times. And then Neto, listen, I can't like rag on Neto too much because, again, he's been one of our best wingers in terms of GNA, but like, how many times do I have to see that cross before you decide to change it up and do something else, before you decide there's no one on that back post to finish it? Like, when am I going to start seeing you shoot from outside the box? When am I going to start seeing a different dynamic to your game? And so, like, and again, Neto was never the winger at Wolves that was a goal-scoring winger. So again, a winger that doesn't fit the system that Maresca wants to do. So I'm looking at that, I'm like, bro, even if you improve and do the tweaks that improve the team 10%, you have shit players. What are we going to do with these shit players? And by the time you improve them, the season's going to be over. So, yeah, I just feel so defeated about the season. I think we'll make top 4. I don't think we're going to finish in second place anymore. I think it's done. I think the damage is too much. And I think City and Arsenal.
Yeah, bro, we're not finishing in second
consistent.
because Arsenal finishing in second and they're 15 ahead of us.
We're also. I don't think we're finishing third. I think it's fourth is the best we can hope for at this point.
Yeah, I could see that.
Sure.
Yeah, so it's just upsetting, guys. Listen, as a Chelsea fan, I can be as like realistic and fair as possible, but I think to an extent, I gotta call a spade and just say like this is just shit, man. Ahmed, are you doing a preview?
Worse than last year, man.
Are you doing a preview or a review of the game on your channel?
I'll just do it tomorrow, mate. You know.
Okay, because I was gonna raid out to you. I gotta
cold.
bounce.
Tired, mate. It's the best
Man
stuff I'll
City's
come
cold.
tomorrow.
Bro.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, mate.
Nah,
The man is ill apparently. So,
Bro, I told you I'd also be physically ill watching these past couple of games, man. So I get
the thing
it.
is, man, it's not escaping me that there's been a lot of talk about particularly the news recently about they're going to the manager, they're giving him podcast episodes to watch.
I can't believe they did that, by the way. Oh my god, bro.
They're giving him podcast episodes to watch. Matt Lord juice Arsenal's never been higher. You used to crash on Matt Lord, but Matt Lord's got real juice, man. I can't believe I'm saying that. Matt Lord's got real juice.
Bro, imagine you're doing your job, bro. It's like, nah, man, I can't. It's like Marshall. It's like in your job, for example, right? You're trying to talk to your client about a comprehensive these drinks are good. This is what's hot on the market, right? And then your boss comes like, hey, so I got this drunk off the corner, and he says Everclear is like the hottest shit out right now. What are we talking about, bro? What are you bringing me? What advice and expertise are you showing me, man?
You know what? Funny enough, that has happened to me. Like where it's just like y'all don't know how to fucking read the room. I had to sell a certain product to a clientele, and I know that clientele, so I try to sell it to them. And the higher ups come in and start reading them stats. I'm like, does this woman look like she gives a fuck about numbers and stats? She just wants to know how cheap she can get it for and how much money she can make. She don't care about the number one brand, number one growing. What the fuck are we doing, man? Why are you all here? Just stay in your office. I don't need your help selling this product. It's just make a better product. But yeah, honestly, Maresca, tell the directors, make a better fucking team. What the fuck are you doing? Telling me how to coach and manage. Make a better team.
Bro, the fact that the directors are watching this, and once again, by the way, back-to-back seasons where we collapse in around this window, and they're like, yeah, the team doesn't really need anybody. Meanwhile, we have City trying to look to make moves. Arsenal might make moves. Liverpool are gonna make moves.
No,
thing is,
with these directors, the way they see it.
No. And then last season, they were like, oh, don't worry, we're not making moves right now. But when the window ended, they were like, they made important groundwork for the summer. Then the summer came, and we signed basically nobody for the Club World Cup other than release clause the lap.
Thank you, Arsenal.
And then they got an extent. Nah, man. Like I'm telling you, like, bro, just drop the nukes. Drop the nukes, please, man.
Yeah, please. At this point, just sack Maresca. Let the damage continue and let the.
I'm telling you, bro. Like
continue.
it's like, listen, we're gonna. No, I'm saying what's gonna happen. Maresca's gonna get sacked, right? The SCs are gonna hire another manager. That guy's gonna get sacked, and then probably that manager, once he gets sacked, the SCs are gonna leave. Probably. So we're looking like what 2028 maybe. I'm saying 2028. Yeah, 2028, 29. That's when these SCs finally get sacked. And we wasted Cole Palmer, we wasted Caicedo, we wasted Reece James, and ESTEVAO's probably looking elsewhere. So awesome, man. Good job, man.
Just at this point, just give me trophies, paper over the cracks. I don't give a fuck at this point. Just give me something to be happy about. But I gotta wrap it up, guys. I gotta go on another channel. But big up to every single one of you in the chat. Big up to the raid from Carefree Lewis. I appreciate it. Y'all be sure to stick around. We have plenty of content coming up this week that I'm planning. And so hopefully you guys will be there to support, show some love. Smash up the like if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Check out the links in the description, all that fun stuff. And we'll be back again tomorrow for, I think, Chelsea Hour. So last Chelsea Hour of the year. And we're going to have to reflect on what the rest of the year might look like. And I don't know if I'm going to be as optimistic as I usually am. We'll see. Maybe I'll feel better. But all right. Have a wonderful night, guys. Until then, stay casual. Peace out.
Cut out.